Okay, so what I wanted to show you guys is I use stand sealant for my tires. It's been around for a long time and I've had really good luck with it, so I just stick with it. I know there's several other brands out there, but this stuff's pretty inexpensive and it seems to do the trick around here where I live. But the one thing that has made getting the sealant inside my tires a lot easier is this little dude. It's a little injector that you can buy from stands, and it's real simple. You could probably make one yourself, but for the cost it's just easier just to order one online. As you can see, this one's kind of nasty. It's been used quite a bit, but it's real convenient. So I'll show you how it works, and we'll get this tire fixed. Okay, so first thing you want to do whenever you go to add sealant to your tires is you want to let out all the air out of your tire, and then depending on what type of valve you have, whether it's Presta or Schrader, you're going to want to remove it. If you have a Schrader valve, you can use this little end piece that comes on the sealant injector to remove it. Otherwise, if it's a Presta valve, you're just going to have to remove it by hand. Hopefully it just comes out. If not, you might need a little wrench to do it. But the little core comes out. Once the core comes out, you want to take your stands, make sure you've got it shook up really good. But the big trick to this, I find, is don't put the stands inside the actual injector at first. Go ahead and thread it onto the threaded part of the Presta valve, and then what I like to do is fully remove the syringe top, and then I can easily take my stands and just pour some in here up to the amount. This time I want to do 2 ounces, maybe a little bit more because of where the leak is. It's going to be kind of tricky to get to, but I'll just pop the injector top back in there and start pushing it in, and there you go. Now the other thing you might want to do is you could just flip your tire over and then have it pointed down. That way all of this goes out, but that's not really that big of a deal. So what I'll do is I'll just remove this. You might get a little bit on there, but then you just put the cap back on like so. Take your core, pop your core back in place, and now you're ready to air it up. So let's get this bad boy aired. Now, one thing I like to do whenever I put fresh sealant in is I like to air it up to like 45, which is pretty high for tubeless, and that way there's lots of pressure. I can hear my leak, so what I'll do, if this doesn't work, I might have to take the tire off, but a lot of times you can just spin it. But that's what I was worried about. I'm going to have to take this tire off. So my leak's right there. So if you guys can see it, you can see it bubbling. So, alright. So if you have a little bit of trouble getting the tire to seal whenever it's on the bike by just spinning it, like for instance if the hole is not on this top part here, then you can just take your tire off. And this is a little trick I learned whenever I was putting tubeless tires on rims that weren't designed to be tubeless. But you take it off, take your tire, and then you spin it like this. And whenever you do that, it allows that sealant that you've got in there to slosh all the way up on the sidewall and then on the rim here, and then you can get your tire sealed. If there's holes up here, leaks in your rim strip, or if there's holes high up on your sidewall, a lot of times that will fix it. So the stand sealant will fix most leaks, but if it doesn't, you might have to replace your rim strip. But you can buy those at your local bike shop, probably where you'd get the sealant injector or the stand sealant or whatever sealant you prefer. But looks like this leak is fixed, which is good. I can keep riding. But yeah, I'd highly recommend this. Stands, no tubes, the Injector. I've had this thing for probably 4 or 5 years now. Never had to buy a new one. That's why it looks kind of gross, but it's well worth the money if you're going tubeless. No matter what the brand of sealant you're using, I believe you can use this Injector. I can put a link in the video of where you can get this, and also the sealant that I use. This stuff, like I said, around here in southwest Missouri, we do have some thorny trees. This stuff has sealed all my tires every time. I've never had an instance where I've been stuck in the woods because my tires wouldn't seal. If you guys like this video, just check out my other videos, and if you want, you can subscribe, like, share, and comment on this. Thanks. See you later.